How are we doing? Beep, 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 beep. All that's new and approved from the Edijester News House. Ooh, it's still cold. Why is it still cold? I'm hoping for a glorious day. We'll see. It's a bit too early yet. Can't tell. How are you? Well, we've got some good news. They don't like it up on this. They're going to be furious. Which, of course, from my perspective, is glorious news. This is what we want to see. Fury amongst the folk who are playing the nonsense. And we have it from the Telegraph. There was a speech in Parliament last week given by the Health Secretary, who's a very feisty person called Victoria Atkins. And she gave a very impressive speech in Parliament, if you saw it. One that I think will go down as a very important speech in our continued battle against the TQ plus LGBT nuttery, right? So this is something that's going to affect a lot of people. And there's a consultation out for it, which is only for 8 weeks, which is a short consultation. But it's very important that anybody who can does take part in that consultation. And my advice to you is write from the heart, but appeal to the mind when you write when you write to them. So be honest, be truthful, say what you want to say, and try to provide links wherever possible to back up your arguments. Because the consultation, believe me, is going to be flooded by the nut jobs. So the Telegraph has given us a breakdown of what's happened, and it's glorious. The NHS is to crack down on transgender ideology in hospitals, with terms like chest feeding set to be banned. Oh yes, this is what we wanted, something like this. And I'm going to put this down as a birthday present. Because it's like somebody's given it to me, right? Victoria Atkins, the Health Secretary, will this week announce a series of changes to the NHS Constitution, which sets out patient rights. So this is the Constitution at the heart of the NHS that sets out parents' rights. Just so happy, right? Referring to people who have ovaries rather than women will also be prohibited under plans to ensure hospitals use clear language based on biological sex. Let me just say that again for the nutters in the back. Right. Referring to people who have ovaries rather than women will also be prohibited under plans to ensure hospitals use clear language based on biological sex. Now, game on, I say game on. The new constitution will ban transgender women from being treated on single-sex female hospital wards. Yes. What it should say, of course, is the new constitution will ban men from being treated on single-sex female hospital wards. Hey, Gusset Fumblers. The game's up, innit? Innit? What do you think? The game's up. Patients will also be given the right to request that intimate care is carried out by someone of the same biological sex. But we're women. All right, you're done. Go on, away with your stockings and your gussets. Right. It follows concerns from patients about biological men being allowed in women's hospital wards. It's just men, right? Don't say biological men because it implies that such a thing as a non-biological man exists. They don't. It's just men. Come on, Telegraph. If the NHS can do it, you can. It follows concerns from patients about biological men being allowed in women's hospital wards. NHS guidance has previously stated that trans patients could be placed in single-sex wards on the basis of the gender which they identified. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's done. Kemi Van Nock, go Kemi. The Women and Equalities Minister has backed calls for a public inquiry into the pervasive influence of transgender ideology in the NHS. What are the NHS unions? Is it Unison? A union? They're the union. What are they going to do now? Are they going to come out of the paddock screaming, no, you can't have this. It's not possible that we can do this for women. You must include these LARPing men. Is that what Unison are going to do? So what I'm really interested in is Unison's response to this. I can't wait. Because Unison, where are you going to go? Because it's going to look like, if you come out and go, well, it's a atrocious Equality Act, blah, gender recognition, blah, 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 blah. If you come out and do all that, it's like you go in, Unison, screwing with women. What are they going to do? Hilarious. Right. A government source said the government has been clear that biological sex matters and women and girls are entitled to receive the protection and privacy they need in all healthcare settings. All healthcare settings. All. Everyone. I love it. Our proposed updates to the NHS Constitution will give patients the right to request same-sex intimate care and accommodation to protect them from their safety, privacy and dignity. Okay, right, so we're off. The consultation's going to happen. Everybody's going to take part. The document sets out the rights of patients and medical staff. All NHS bodies, as well as private and third sector providers that supply NHS services, are required by law to take it into account when making decisions. The changes proposed this week will be subject to an 8-week consultation. And we're off. They're going to be absolutely spitting blood. Maya Forstata, Twisted Forstata. Oh, hiya Maya. Chief Executive of the campaign group Sex Matters, said the changes represent a major step towards reversing NHS England's capitulation to the demands of gender extremists, which has damaged policies and practices, creating widespread confusion and harmed patient care. Well said, Maya. That's exactly what it's done. Exactly what it's done, isn't it? Clear language, single-sex wards and access to intimate care provided by a health professional of the same sex are crucial to the well-being and safety of female patients. They should never have been compromised. You're damn right. Damn right. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? I go to the hospital with a doctor because I'm old and degrading. Entropy catches up with us all, right? So I have to go. I'm going to be watching Sue's wearing lanyards because I think that's a practice that's going to disappear. Last year, a report by the think tank Policy Exchange, you remember they branded them right-wing Nazis and bigots and all that, said NHS trusts were compromising women's rights by providing same-sex intimate care based not on their biological sex, but their self-declared gender identity. You know, when the bloke dresses up in something from wherever it is they get them these days, boo-hoo, and says, but I'm a lady. The NHS went, yeah, that's fine. Come on into the women's wards. Come on. It's okay. Yeah. But I'm a lady. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. But I'm a lady and I went to examine the ladies. Oh, that's okay, Doc. Go on. Get your hands grubby. It's just atrocious that it ever happened. That's what it's going to look like, isn't it? As we look back. It's like, what did this actually go on? In 2021, Brighton and Sussex University Hospital, oh, colour me surprised, became the first NHS trust in the country to formally implement a gender-inclusive language policy for its maternity services department. Absolutely insane. If you're one of these people LARPing as a bloke and you're a woman and you get pregnant, what? Is there anything more female that you could do? Come on. Is there anything more female that you could do? You LARPing people, you just drive me mad. This gender-inclusive language policy was for its maternity services department, which will now be known as perinatal services. Midwives have been advised to use gender-inclusive language, and staff were provided with a list of alternative terms to use when addressing patients, including mothers of birthing parents, breast or chest feeding, and maternal and parental in all general communications. Instead of saying breast milk, they can choose from human milk or breast chest milk or milk from the feeding mother or parent. It's absolutely deranged. Absolutely. That's Brighton. How's Brighton these days? Don't know. Don't ask. Really that bad? Oh yeah, you have no idea. Brighton. There has been a fierce debate around attempts to reduce the use of the word woman in discussion on subjects including pregnancy and childbirth, and any move to do so has provoked ire from some feminists. No, it hasn't provoked ire from some feminists. It's provoked ire from a lot of people, including people like me, who think that LARPing, gusset, fumbling, cross-dressing, knicker-trying men shouldn't be pretending they're women and working in the NHS. End of story. They shouldn't be pretending they're women and working in the local bloody butchers. I don't care where they are. Just stop it, you stupid men. But I'm a lady. Go and read it. All right, it's a good article from the Telegraph. I think it's going to be an important move forward. It's a start. School's next. Come on, we've got to do the schools because we need to get these activist teachers out. We've identified hundreds of them on the Warrior Teacher. I mean, hundreds of them on the Warrior Teacher program. Hundreds of them that are practicing this nonsense and telling kids that gender is wonderful, trans is wonderful. We're coming. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.